Grand Rising, gods and goddesses. I am being hit with an immense amount of twin flame energy for myself and for the collective. So we're going to go over this and we're going to see what's going on. Okay. I hope everyone is doing well. I have my little client altar here, so if you have your name in here, I hope money blessings come your way, job opportunities, side hustles, refunds, direct deposits, checks in the mail, whatever it is that you need. All right, so I'm definitely feeling that the masculine definitely is realizing some things in his own life. It doesn't always have to pertain to the twin flame relationship. I do feel that there are a lot of feminine energies that are coming out. And I want to remind the feminines that when you are tail spinning, when you are feeling a lot of emotions, when you are being pulled like the tides, I want you to remember that you are not in your divine power when that happens. It's a part of the process to pull us out of our power so we can gain it back, to pull us out of our power to gain us back, to kick us low so that we can get up and stand high with our shoulders back. This is a constant thing, because the divine feminine has to gain strength in this world again. It isn't a sign for you to contact them. It isn't a sign for you to be in their life. It isn't a sign for you to beg them back. It isn't a sign to get desperate. When you start to feel desperate, that is your sign that you've stepped out of your divine power. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like the masculine is under some type of financial stress. We have some workaholic energies going on. That's usually typically how the masculine shows up, is in a masculine energy. It's very action oriented. Mother Mary is coming in, and she definitely wants to connect with the divine feminine as well as the masculine, but I think she's there trying to help the masculine. You just ask Mother Mary, please guide me to nurture my relationships with maturity and compassion. Show me the divine feminine and what she truly is. Help me to align to this. Bless me with your wisdom and experience. Thank you. I love you. So we have some third-party karmics, and then we also have some ethereal marriages here. So the thing about the ethereal marriage is that your spirit can be married in the ethers, and you will never receive a physical marriage in this life. It's one that you just have to accept. But then we also have some people who are with another person. I want to remind you that if you are in a twin flame relationship, there will never come a time that you're meant to be with your twin flame when he or she is with someone else. It will never work out in a way to where there will be obstacles in your way when you're ready to come together. It will be divinely orchestrated when you're ready to come together. There will be no closed doors. There will be no running and chasing. There will be no more resistance. You guys will just come together. So this is a sign to tell me that you need to mind your own business. It looks like the divine feminine is waking to more of her gifts and more spiritual energy. So this requires a lot of surrendering. The divine feminine is pretending to be happy, and so she's faking it. So what I'm feeling is that the divine feminine is getting a lot of telepathic messages. She is feeling the masculine very much, and it is making her want to shut down her spiritual gifts because she feels betrayed by them. And the spiritual sensations that are coming through are real. And what I want to remind you also is that what my guides told me is to anything that comes through for your twin flame, You cannot take personal at this time. That was the biggest message. It is nothing to do with you, but you cannot take it personal. The blue pill that you're trying to take to avoid the truth of this situation is what's making you shut down your gifts in a time when they're asking you to awaken. So again, I always get this. The feminine needs to build her empire, and so does the masculine. It is not about your relationship, and it's not about coming together. It does look like the masculine is crystallizing, so he is becoming lighter, finer, attuned for spiritual travel. This means that a lot of the heavy burdens in their lives are being offloaded and healed and released so that they can be light enough to move within their spiritual energy. It's a very magnetic connection, but I want to tell you again, this is next to the third-party karmic. I want you to remember also something about this, is that when your twin flame is with a third-party karmic, that it's a karmic for a reason. A, you need to mind your own business and be consensual, no cheating, things like that. But you are feeling the energy between these two. So you need to somehow offload that connection. So you need to heal and release some of the energy that's being how are they wanting me to say this? All of the things that they're accumulating is being offshooted to you, and it's making you confused. It's making you feel their partner's energy and their energy and their energy when they come together, and it's hurting you. So what you need to do is somehow transmute and release that energy. And it looks like the masculine is going through some obstacles and some challenges. Archangel Metatron, just when I was saying this, please balance my energy and cleanse my chakras, past, present, and future. Thank you. I love you. So this fantasy can be, the fantasies that you're feeling can be coming from the fantasies of those two, not you. It does look like there's a lot of unfinished business and closure that needs to happen. You feel that, you're trying to avoid that, you're trying to move forward. Even though the masculine is in some financial stress and obstacles and challenges, they're also crystallizing. They think life is good. Life is good for them. They're happy where they're at. So you are on their mind. They do think about you, but it does look like this third party karmic and the magnetic connection is creating toxic behavior within you. And this also, I'm feeling for some of you guys that there is toxic behavior in between these two. All right, let's get some spiritual guidance for the masculine. So harmony, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. With him trying to get rid of all of the yuck, it's going to create some harmony within his life. He wants harmony. I do feel that. He wants to connect the dots. He's realizing his behavior and how old programming has affected his relationships. And you need to balance. Again, you need to balance. Looks like he is memories of love, so a lot of that telepathy, like I said, will be coming through to you. Do not take it personal. Allow him to do his healing in his own time. Allow him to, work his journey out. I find that a lot of feminine twin flames think that just because they are aware of the spiritual journey of the masculine that they need to stick their nose in his business. But what I want to tell you is it's none of your business, especially if you guys aren't in each other's lives. It's none of your business. Spiritual strength. So you are gaining a lot of spiritual strength through this process. It looks, yep, he's going through his shadow. He's getting rid of all that shadow work. He's offloading more of that. So this is kind of just telling me what I said. So the magnetic, this passion that's coming through from his life is coming into you. Make sure that you're not filtering it through your ego. Your ego is going to tell you, oh, you know, it wants, our connection should be together, or, you know, I need to contact them, or it'll get you really down in the dumps. Use that passion and the fuel, that raw God energy to put into your creative projects, to your business. You have an unlimited access to this. So is base chakra. That comes from the childhood stuff that I was talking about, that getting rid of all of that. Positive movement forward. So you need to move forward. You need to, this ship is sailing. You know, you got to move forward. You'll meet up at some point. Rejoice in celebration. So they're happy that they're seeing things more clearly, and that they'll be able to gain clarity in order to remove things. Obstacles and challenges is about you moving forward. You don't know how to move forward. New beginnings. Seeing things new. Patience and planning. See, there's more that's building your empire is important for you. Remember, the masculine energy is only fueled by the feminine. Victory and success. So there's a lot of going on in his life that's really good. Follow the light. Trust the light. All right, so what is your focus? This is his willpower to get through, to move through all of this shadow stuff that's coming through. I feel like there's some, the masculine is realizing that his work is not fulfilling him anymore, and that his idea of success is changing. Maybe the way that he wants to represent himself in the world. Maybe the amount of work is not his meter of success anymore. It is what he can provide for people. The system that he's in is not providing something. So I don't know what he does. There could be in a multitude of things. But he's seeing it as, this system isn't working. This system isn't going to change. I can't change it. So how else can I show up in the world? Wanting to make themselves happy. Clarity. So what you need to focus on is seeking clarity. They're in willpower. You're in clarity. It looks like you're just about one step ahead. Transformation. When we get rid of all that toxic energy, that negativity, and that shadow, we make room for the light. Remember, you are the light. He can't get his light from the masculine energy. We have masculine and feminine within both of us, but the feminine energy is what fuels the light. And since you guys are connected, you will assist that by focusing on your own lane. Some person might have like this husky wolf. Maybe somebody has the masculine that I'm talking about here has a dog like that's kind of looks like that. Do you see that? And then I see the feminine over here with a black cat. Manifestation. Focus on what you want to manifest. You can manifest so many more beautiful things than just a relationship. A relationship is not your biggest accomplishment. It's one. It can be one with the amount of hard work that goes into it, but it looks like building your empire is really, really important right now. Talent. Focusing on their talent. Remember, they want to be fulfilled with what they're doing. Grieving. Okay. So we've got some feminines here that are going through a really big, sad, grieving purge. I think because they are realizing so much in this expansion expansion of energy, and possibly some of you with this, with their partners, their energy coming through, it's causing you to push forward. But remember, spiritual strength is down there. That's how you push through. That's how you grieve. This is what gets you through grieving. So you got to connect to your feminine energy. It's very important. Closure. They're seeking closure to childhood wounds, relationship wounds, pain, and insecurities. What insecurities is driving them to do what they're doing? And your well-being is more important. All right, guys, this is so... Okay, so we're going to get a message from Kuan Yin for the masculine and the feminine. All right, the masculine. If we don't trust our divine connection, we can feel like a lost child, uncertain, insecure, and afraid. Yet when that child knows that their mother is always there, waiting, naturally stepping in when needed, but otherwise trusting in the child's ability to live his own life, then getting lost for a time is just a part of the adventure. It is not frightening, it is freeing. So again, like I was saying, the childhood trauma they're being released from. There could be some masculines who are working through mommy issues. All right, what's going on with the feminine? The phoenix will rise. You are not permitted to enter into the divine fire of personal transformation unless you are capable and worthy of the challenge. The reward bestowed at the other side of the journey is such that all suffering throughout is redeemed. No matter what struggle you have endured, you shall rise again. This is your destiny. All right, so you guys are in two different places. I hope that that helped and this resonated with you. You guys can push through. We always do. The divine feminine has the stronger energy. Remember that. Keep yourself full. If your cup is full of insecurities and shame and pain and rejection and feeling lost and broken, when you give that cup to someone else, the only thing that is going to be drunk or drank from that cup is your insecurities. Your relationships are going to mirror those things. So you need to get on and in with your own lane, your own energy, and hone in on it, and know that's for the well-being of everyone involved. All right. Blessings, guys.